So, quick recap. On Uddhava Gita. This Gita is who is telling and who is listening. This part. Sharda, who is telling? Yeah.
Well, I thought this Uddhava was asking Krishna, what should I do? But now you're talking about the Bhagavad Gita too?
No, this same thing. Just a recap.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And this Gita comes in like which grantha?
Srimad Bhagavad Purana.
What is
Bhagavata Puranam?
Oh, I wasn't sure what the word grantha meant.
Sorry, you're not sure what?
Grantha? Did you just say what grantha was this in?
Grantha. Which book?
Oh, book.
Bhagavatam. Srimad Bhagavatam Mahapuranam. Who is the author of this Bhagavatam?
Vedam Vyasam.
Vedavyasaha.
Vedam Vyasaha.
And we are reading 11th
Adhyaya.
Skandha.
Oh, Skandha, 11th Skandha.
And Adhyaya 7th.
7th Adhyaya.
So there's a narration within narration within narration, right? Bhagavatam, the katha is between the original narration between Maitreya Rishi and Vidura. Vidura, Maitreya Rishi. Anybody know who is Maitreya Rishi?
No.
So Vidura, after the Mahabharata Yuddha, and then Pandavas start ruling. Then Vidura leaves Hastinapura. He goes around and then he meets Maitreya Rishi, the Maitreya Mahajnani. So Maitreya Rishi, similar to Aitareya, right? Aitareya, or Vainateya. Vainateya is, whose son is Vainateya? What is Vainateya?
Garuda.
Garuda. Why is he called Vainateya?
Vinuta's son.
Vinuta's son, Vainateya. Similarly, Aitareya. Have you heard of Aitareya?
Aitreya Upanishadasya खलु?
Upanishadasya, but who was Aitareya? So these different Upanishads are named after, sometimes who says it, or it depends on Tatra Vastu Katha Kastiti, Kataka Upanishad, etc. Atra Aitareya was a Rishi. He was another name for him is Mahidasa. Aitareya. He was actually considered one of the avatars of Bhagavan Vishnu. So his actual name was not Aitareya. Aitareya is like Vainateya, Vinata's son. So here can you guess whose son is this Aitareya, like Vainateya?
Vinita.
No, Vainateya is Vinata's son. Huh?
Atri?
Atri is Atreya. Dattatreya.
Atreya. Oh, okay, okay.
Dattatreya is not also his actual name, right? Atreya means his Atri's son. That is why he was known as. His actual name is Datta. Datta means he gave himself to that Atri and Anasuya. That is why he is Datta and son of Atri, Atreya. So here, Aitareya. What is the similarity to Vainateya? Why I, right? So this changes to Vinata. Similarly, if you compare this, if you reverse engineer this, Aitareya, what word do you get? This is a Tadditanta Padamasta Aitareya, like Vainateya.
Itara, I don't know.
Itara.
Itara. Okay.
Itara. Itara. Itara इति काचित् महिला यथा विनता इति स्त्री अस्ति काचित् स्त्री तथैव इतरा अपि काचित् स्त्री इतरा इति. So this is a good story for us. Itara, Aitareya, one should know. It's good to know. So Itara was Namaskar. Itara was a Sri. Itara's son was Aitareya. Okay? And this Itara, this is just, I'm going a little bit tangent here. Nothing related with this Uddhava Gita. But Aitareya, Itara, see how, one thing is that these people like Vainateya is mainly known by his mother's name, Vainateya. Do you know who is Garuda's father? Huh? Nobody knows?
Kim Mahoday?
What is Vainateya means?
विनतायाः पुत्रः.
Putraha. Iti Vainateya. Iti Vainateya iti Garudasya प्रसिद्धनाम अस्ति. परन्तु तस्य पितुः नाम किम्? गरुडस्य पिता. So but do we call him a Kashyapa? Generally, is he known as Kashyapa? He is a Kashyapasya putra Kashyapa. Generally, yeah, he is a Kashyapa, but his prasiddha is Vainateya, right? Everywhere you hear Vainateya in Puraneshu, Kathasu. Similarly, Aitareya is a son of Itara. Itara iti kachit stri asit. But nobody knows who is father. And he is considered one of the greatest rishis. If not, don't want to believe, he is a son of Itara. He is an incarnation of Bhagavan Vishnu of 22 avatars. But still, his father is actually not known. At least Garuda's father is known, Kashyapa. But here, Itara's husband is not known because Itara was a house maid servant. So she was working in some houses like washing clothes and etc., utensils. itara tasya tasyaha putraha asit aitareya iti. Because itara, because this even itara was also itara name. What does it mean actually? And the word, what does it word itara? Anya iti, right? Anya iti. So there is actually no name for her. She is known as this is a somebody.
Somebody.
No name. So even so iti tasya putraha aitareyaha, and you can read the story. I will not get into detail there. It's a big story. But he was very famous Mahajnani asit Aitareya iti. So what I was going to say? Tell. Why did I come here?
Oh, there. Aitareya Upanishad means somebody else's Upanishad?
Not somebody else. Aitareya iti tasya nama. Aitareya is one. Itarayaha putra Aitareya. Itara was there, right? Itara's son is Aitareya. So this Upanishad is famous by his name, Aitareya Upanishad. So I was talking about somebody, right? Yeah. Before this.
You were talking how the name, the Vainateya becomes...
No, before that. We talked about Bhagavata Mahapuranam, written by Vedavyasa, and then Maitreya. So with this Vidura went to meet Maitreya. Who was Maitreya? I was talking about that. Maitreya Mitra iti काचित् स्त्री आसीत् तस्याः पुत्रः Mitra. And again, by father was there but not famous. He is known as Maitreya. And who was Maitreya? And he was actually Sahapati of Vedavyasa. Vedavyasa and Maitreya studied together. Where did they study? Obviously at with Vedavyasa's Pita. Vedavyasasya Pita kaha?
Parashara Muni.
पराशरमुनेः शिष्यः अपि पुत्रः अपि वेदव्यासः शिष्यः भगवतः अवतार एव कथ्यते परन्तु तथा मानुषधर्मानुसारेण तत्र विद्याभ्यासं कृतवान् सः पराशरमुनेः सकाशात् तथैव तत्रैव मैत्रेयः अपि तस्य सहपाठी आसीत्. So he was also Paramadhyani आसीत्. So now there is a layer in that, right? Then again there is somebody is telling, and then within that Parikshita, and then Shukamuni, and then this currently Krishna is narrating this Gita, this portion of Bhagavatam to Uddhava, which is known as Uddhava Gita. There in Bhagavad Gita, which comes in Mahabharatam, that is known as Bhagavad Gita. Who is telling whom there? Bhagavad Gita?
Shri Krishna to Arjuna.
Arjuna. Shri Krishna Arjunasya Arjunaya Upadesha. But that is known as Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavataha Ukta Gita. So who is telling by that name? It is Prasiddha, Bhagavad Gita. It is not called Arjuna Gita.
Right.
But here, who is listening? Uddhava. So here it is Uddhava Gita. So this is a bit bigger compared to this portion, is bigger compared to Bhagavad Gita. But within this also, now the part we are studying from previous chapter 5, 6, 7, So who is asking whom now? There was a part
asking Krishna.
Huh?
What do I do?
There was a portion like Yadu also, right? Yadu was asking Avadhuta.
Yeah, Yadu.
Yadu Maharaja. Krishnasya Purvaja.
Krishnasya Purvaja.
Yadava Kulasya Purvaja. Yadu. So he is narrating this to, he asks Avadhuta, and Avadhuta is telling this. Avadhuta is telling this. Krishna is not. Krishna is actually telling, but as a story of Avadhuta, between Avadhuta and Yadu. अस्मिन् कति गुरवः सन्ति अत्र? चतुर्विंशतिः गुरवः. गुरवः सन्ति. So which one all we have seen so far?
You mean like the air in the mountains? Water?
Akasham. Vayu. Agni. Vriksha.
So that Vriksha thing was all Prithvi, right?
Prithvi.
Vriksha and Parvata.
Jalam.
So from Prithvi, I mean, just as one line, Prithvi, what was the lesson? Prithvi, शिक्षणं किम् आसीत् पृथिव्याः?
Supporting.
Supporting or paropakara.
Paropakara.
And the other one, Jalam.
Free flowing.
And Vayu, Akasha, they're all similar, right? Vayu, Akasha. What is the lesson?
Non-attachment.
Non-attachment. Sarvatravati, but तत्र गन्धेषु तस्य आसक्तिः अनुरक्तिः नास्ति. अनन्तरम् आकाश इस् आल्सो इट्स् एव्रिवेर् व्याप्तमस्ति परन्तु शक्तिः नास्ति. व्याप्तिः अस्ति, शक्तिः नास्ति, अटाच्मेण्ट् नास्ति. अनन्तरं सूर्यः, चन्द्रः अपि आसीत् किल, चन्द्रः सूर्यः. What did we learn from Chandra?
Non-attachment.
Chandra.
Give prakasha jnana to others.
The changes, but it remains same. There are so many changes in between the life, birth and death, but it remains same.
Yeah.
Chandra remains same.
Yeah. The original Chandra remains same, but tasya vruddhiः ह्रासः भवति. अनन्तरं सूर्यस्य अत्रैव अस्ति. गुणैर्गुणानुपादत्ते यथा कालमिमञ्चति न तेषु युज्यते योगी गोभिर्गायव गोपतिः. गोपति means the kiranaanaam pati, kirana. Surya, Rashmi iti. Gopati. So what did you learn from Surya?
Which takes the water from the earth and it gives it back as rain.
He gives it back. पुनः तत् अत्रापि तत्र तस्य स्वार्थः नास्ति. Swartha means is not for his own purpose. As is a kartavyam karoti saha. कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते एव तथैव गुणैः इन्द्रियैः गुणानुपादत्ते विषयान् स्वीकरोति कः योगी यथा काले विमुञ्चति कालः यदा आगच्छति योग्यकालः तदा सः विमुञ्चति पुनः त्यजति किं त्यजति विषयान् त्यजति. So Vishayas are under his control. He is not under a Vishaya control of Vishaya. That's the main thing here. He can upadatte, svikaroti, gunan svikaroti. It is not that he is just completely abandoning. That was sound there, sorry. गुणानुपादते स्वीकरोति परन्तु he doesn't become दासः तेषां न भवति. He is in control of them. न तेषु युज्यते योगी गोपति.
उत्पादते
स्वीकरोति.
On the moon, when it waxes and wanes,
wax and wane.
It's the soul that remains, not the mind, is it not?
Yes. Agre. I will give Mukund Mahodaya. Whoever wants to have a limited time, want to leave early, they can go first to read the shloka.
Would I read? बुध्यते स्वेन भेदेन भक्तिस्तैव तद्गतः लक्ष्यते स्थूलमतिभिरात्मा चावस्थितो खर्वत चावस्थितो कवत बुध्यते चावस्थितो अर्कवत् बुध्यते स्वे न भेदेन व्यक्तिस्थः इव तद्गतः लक्ष्यते स्थूलमतिभिरात्मा स्थूलमतिभिः आत्मा चावस्थितौ अकर्वत्.
च प्लस
अवस्थितो स्थितोः अकर्वत्.
अवस्थितः
अवस्थितो अर्कवत्.
सन्धि अस्ति. सन्धि if you break it, it becomes avasthitah, not avasthito. Avasthitah, then arkavat. Arthah buddhate. Buddhate means avagamyate.
Buddhate means
avagamyate. Or avagamyate svena bhedena. So we'll have to see stulamatibhihi buddhate. So the कर्मणि प्रयोगः अस्ति. So कर्तृपदमस्ति स्थूलमतिभिः तृतीयान्तपदमस्ति. स्थूलमतिभिः बुध्यते तथा लक्ष्यते अपि. So any of the word meaning is not understood here. Anything buddhate meaning is avagamyate, or is understood. Svena means by oneself. Bhedena, difference, by different, or by differently understanding. And Vyaktishthaha. Vyaktishthaha. Vyakti means what?
Manushya.
Self.
Person.
Person or self.
Self.
So that person or self, that kind of meaning is mostly in our regional languages. Vyakti means Purusha or whatever, the self, person. So we usually say in Kannada, or at least in Kannada, I know, Vyakti came and Vyakti went, means the person went. But here Vyakti means what? Venakti. This is come from Venakti, right? This is the like a Gati, Mati Shabda. Murti, Gati. Huh?
Manifestation.
Manifestation. Vyaktaha. Vyakti bhavati means what? Vyaktaha bhavati means what? Manifests. Or Prakatanam bhavati. Something like that. Right? So Vyakti means that concept of manifestation. Is like Gati. Gati is like a bhave, right? That bhavaha. Gamanasya bhavaha gati. The act of going is gati. So similarly, mati is also there. All this ti is there. So similarly, Vyakti means that act of prakatanam, act of being manifesting. So here Vyaktistha means there is a manifestation, and in that, being in that manifestation is Vyaktistha. Buddhate svena bhedena Vyaktistha iva tadgataha. Iva means sadusha. Tadgataha. Tadgata means tasmin gataha. Tadgataha. Lakshate. Lakshate means पुनः अवगच्छति इति अवगम्यते अथवा बुद्धौ तिष्ठति स्थूलमतिभिः
लक्ष्यं करोति
लक्ष्यं करोति means he understands like that. And then स्थूलमतिभिः स्थूलमति, who are स्थूलमतिस्?
Gnani.
स्थूलः सूक्ष्ममति, स्थूलमति is like जडमति.
मूढः.
स्थूलमतिभिः इत्युक्ते जडमतिः प्रायः अज्ञानिनः, means who doesn't think properly, those जडमतिभिः आत्मा च अवस्थितः अर्कवत्. अर्कवत्. अर्कः कः?
Essence.
सूर्यः. सूर्य. अर्कवत्. सूर्यवत्. सूर्य इव. So what is now overall meaning here? स्थूलमतिभिः आत्मा लक्ष्यते और बुध्यते. स्थूलमतिभिः जडमतिभिः मूढैः आत्मा अवगम्यते. So means स्थूलमतयः ये सन्ति जनाः ते बुध्यन्ते. बुद्ध धातु कर्मणि कर्तरि is also because दिवादिगणे अस्ति कारणात् बुध्यते इति भवति. बुध्यन्ति इति. और बुध्यते मतिभिः. स्थूलमतयः अवगच्छन्ति. किम् अवगच्छन्ति? आत्मा स्वेन भेदेन व्यक्तिस्थः इव तद्गतः तस्मिन् गतः इति अवगच्छन्ति तस्मिन् इत्युक्ते कुत्र सो यत्र च अवस्थितः अर्कवत् इति उदाहरणं दत्तमस्ति अर्कवत् सूर्यः यथा दृश्यते कुत्र दृश्यते so that all detail is not given here सूर्यः यदा प्रतिबिम्बितः भवति तस्य प्रतिबिम्बः भवति कुत्र भवति सूर्यस्य प्रतिबिम्बः
जलं
जले जले
जले दर्पणे यत्र कुत्रचित् प्रतिबिम्बस्य प्रतिबिम्बस्य अवकाशः अस्ति तत्र सर्वत्र तस्य बिम्बः भवति प्रतिबिम्बः अर्कः सूर्यः प्रतिफलितः भवति कुत्र जले तद्गतः परन्तु तथा यदा बालाः इत्युक्ते अज्ञानः बालः इत्युक्ते अज्ञानी एव अज्ञानिनः अज्ञानी तत्र पश्यति so what does he understand so that same surya is here right? that surya who is akashe sthitah parantu तत्र प्रतिबिम्बं दृष्ट्वा प्रतिबिम्बेपि स एव इति तस्य भ्रान्तिः भवति इति तस्य भेदः भेद means what is the difference he does not understand between that surya and this pratifalita surya प्रतिबिम्बित surya he does not understand so इति आत्मा अपि व्यक्तिस्थः एव तद्गतः so आत्मा where is atma
the person
dehe sharire asti so mooಢः किम् अवगच्छन्ति तम आत्मनः आत्मा देहे शरीरे अस्ति आत्मा and shirira they think that it is the same atmanah you can think of shariram किम् अस्ति it is its vasasthanam asti parantu there they think that it is a manifestation of that atma in that shariram so that they don't understand difference from the original one they don't think that it is a different one so they think that they are the same so they get bhranti bhavati स्थूलमतिभिः but वस्तुतः किं भवति they are not the same in the sense they are not attached in the same thing okay? there is not means they are not the same so the shariram to jada vastu parantu atma chetanah भिन्न वस्तु but they think that swena bhedena means swasya ajnanatah ajnana karanat so they think that व्यक्तिस्थयो तद्गतः so they think that तस्मिन्नेव गतः they are the same तेषु बुद्धिभ्रमः भवति इति अस्य आशयः श्लोकस्य आशयः
बुद्धते स्वेन how buddhate swena how it is related to this
बुद्धते स्वेन भेदेन with their own ajnana now bheda means difference right difference of what difference between jnana and ajnana so they are confused bheda also meaning atra bhranti iti chintayati bhranti svena bhedena swasya bhedena vyaktistha eva tadgatah the other part we already talked about swasya ajnana karanat so they think that they are one and the same they are attached so which what is the shloka number here
51
So here Arka means Surya. So then Pratibimba kutra bhavati, there is something called support, Upadhi. Upadhi means one who is supporting that Pratiphalanam is called Upadhi. Upadhi. So for the Surya, the Upadhi is Jalam. So Jalam atha Jale, Jalam yada Upadhi bhavati, means it is supporting for that Pratibimba. So similarly, for the Atma, Upadhi asti Deha or Shariram. Sharire tasya Vyakitvam tadrushyate. So confusion bhavati, the same. Atma is a Shariram iti. There is also question, right? Because our cells are continuously changing. So that was another similarity. We did not talk about what did we learn from Agni. That Agni was also Guru previously. One of the shlokas. What did we learn from Agni?
I think Agni was burning, and then the ashes were left, but Agni just keeps burning.
Paramatma is everywhere seen as Jivatma. That is Aitasi Pravishya. Sarvagni.
Agnihi sarvam bhakshayati, but it doesn't get contaminated. Similarly, the sage
doesn't get contaminated, so it is not attached again anywhere, so it remains pavitra. So yogi also can punati lokam, so he can purify others also, that is one. And secondly, Agni, tasya akaraha. So some the wood,
मितमेव भक्ष्यति तत् अधिकं न भक्ष्यति.
Adhikam na bhaksha, that is vacant. And the akara of the wood.
Achalat Mahoday.
Achalat.
Kshanikam.
That was also there. Kshanikam. So the other one was that the supporting that wood which is burning, that could be in any shape, like round, straight. Agni takes that form, so it doesn't have its own form, right? So udasinam, so it is own form, so it is not like again interested in the form of what it is burning. So it will be round, straight, etc. That was one. And kvachichanna, kvachit spashtaha. So sometimes it is spashtataya drishyate, sometimes it is channa, means it is hidden potential. So whenever it gets correct avakasha or opportunity, then it shows its guna. And then the kshanika, continuously it is transitional. So the transitional, because it's a gaseous. So similarly here, like deha eva atma iti bhati, because we don't see atma separately with our bhautika indriyani. Taihi atma navedyaha. Iti karanat bhranti bhavati kadachit, because after death what happens nobody sees. Before birth, who is there, what is there, nobody has seen. At least we don't have any living evidence of it. So there is bhranti bhavati. So who knows? So this is all that what this shastrani, Vedaha, whatever we are studying, reading, all that what is written, everything could be just We don't know whether they are true or not. Right? Yes, we don't have a proof. So sthulamati atma. So but what is atma here? Like shariram asti. So there is a continuous like transition. Why I remember that? Because it is a continuously our cells are being replenished, right, all the time. The old one are going out, going away, and they are dying. The cells are dying, each one, and they are being replaced continuously. Right? Just like Agni also. Agni is also like transitional. Or actually every shariram of every living being is a transitional, continuously being replenished. If you might have heard that every 7 years, all the cells, billions of cells are there in our body. All the cells within 7 years they get changed, totally new. So we get a new body every 7 years, at least. So what does remain constant? So does that mean are we the same person when all the cells are replaced?
No, Atma doesn't change.
So this is like a paradox. Like even there are many, if you heard that, there is a ship built in whatever 1900. So then, so all the wooden whatever the platform, everything, the whatever it's made of, the poles, everything is replaced to renovate it. Is it a new ship or is it still the old ship? I mean, it's not replaced in one go. So every year or some repairs are done, every part is replaced. So within like 6-7 years, everything is new. So nothing which was used in 1900. So is it the same ship or a new ship? So these paradoxes remain. So similarly, especially with our living beings, everything is being replaced. So what is constant?
Atma is constant.
Atma, which you have to say. So then.
And new cells come, but old cells through mRNA, messenger RNA, they pass on all the information to the new cells. So
yes, sir.
all the genes, DNA, everything remains unchanged.
Atma, the name doesn't change. Or name remains same.
Yeah, even our face looks same. So this is
okay. So next one, who wants to read?
I can read, or anybody wants to read. Yeah.
Mother, I can read.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. Yes, please.
Okay, thank you. नातिस्नेह प्रसंगो वा कर्तव्यः क्वापि केनचित् कुर्वन्विन्देत संतापं कपूत इव दीनधीः not अतिस्नेह प्रसंगः वा कर्तव्यः क्व अपि केनचित् कुर्वन् विन्देत संतापं कपोतः इव दीनधीः.
Yeah, good. So one, give me a second. So because I forgot to add one more thing, the previous one. So other thing here is that so Tarka, this is also lesson from Surya only. Surya yatha tatra upadhi asti upadhau tasya pratibimba bhavati. For example, jalam. So jala can take a vikara. Tasya vikriti bhavati, kadachat chalanam bhavati, kampanam bhavati jalasya. Athva jalasya shoshanam api bhavati, shushkam bhavati jalam. So it just dries up or just it moves, waves. But arka remains same, right? Surya doesn't change. Surya is just constant. Even the jala goes away, Surya is not, Surya stays there. Tathaiva, so Surya has no interest in that, jalam. Tasya pratibimba asti. Tathaiva atma api, shariram tasya upadhi, in that supporting, like a patram, holding vessel. So that shariram comes, goes. Tasya nasha bhavati, vikriti bhavati, change bhavati, sarvam bhavati, paranto the Atma is constant. Atmanah vikritihi na bhavati, nashah api na bhavati. So it just shariram tasya kevalam upadhi or vasasthanam iti. That is another thing I just wanted to forget. Idanim. So what do we have here? Na atisnehaha prasangaha va kartavyah क्वापि केनचित् कुर्वन् विन्देत सन्तापं कपोतः इव दीनधिः. सो इदानीं नूतन गुरुः अत्र पुरा किमासीत् सूर्यस्य विषये सूर्यात् शिक्षणं किम् इति. इदानीं कपोतः द नेक्स्ट् गुरु पिजन् पक्षिविशेषः. न अतिस्नेहः. अतिस्नेह मीन्स्
attachment.
स्नेह attachment. Friendship means sneha. That last time we saw this sneha dhatu, snigdha, from the sneha coming like oil. Oil is attaching. So atisneha, too much प्रीति. प्रसंगः वा कर्तव्यः. प्रसंग संग you know, plus संग संगः संगतिः अनुरक्तिः आसक्तिः इति. प्रसंगः न अतिस्नेहः प्रसंगः प्रकर्षेण संगः अथवा अधिकसंगः वा कर्तव्यः न करणीयः. क्वापि केनचित्. क्वापि केनचित्. क्वापि मीन्स् कदापि. केनचित् केनापि.
Copy means
कदाचित् कदापि कदापि केनापि न कर्तव्यः. Don't overdo this. कुर्वन् विन्देत. कुर्वन् means कृत्वा इति अर्थः. कदाचित् कुर्वन् इति शत्रन्तपदमस्ति. शत्रन्तपदास् are used sometimes in having done. कुर्वन् विन्देत. विन्देत इत्युक्ते
सन्तुष्टः.
विन्दति. विन्दति मीन्स्
प्राप्यति.
प्राप्नोति. विन्दते विन्दति प्राप्नोति और लभते. This vindeta is in noichalakara.
कुर्वन् सन्धि छेदः कथं भवति?
सन्धिः नास्ति. कुर्वन् प्लस् विन्देत. विधिलिङ्ग्. विधिलिङ्ग् आत्मनेपदे अस्ति. उभयपदे अस्ति. विन्दति विन्दते. तस्य विधिलिङ्ग् रूपं विन्देत लभ्येत वर्तेत तथा वर्धेत. कुर्वन् विन्देत मीन्स् लैक् भवेत्. कुर्वन् प्राप्नुयात्. He might. He or sometimes the vidiling is also used. He will get it. Certainly like that. Kurvan vindeta. Kurvan krutva atisneham krutva अथवा अतिसंगम अधिकसंगम कृत्वा यः करोति सः लभते एव. Certainly you will get what? Santapam labhate. Santapam vindeta. What is santapam? Tapa santapa.
Dukham.
Dukkha and tapa means what? Is there a difference between tapa and dukkha?
Maybe suffering. Maybe suffering.
Lakshmikant Mohdaya, no. Currently I'm not getting correct word in English. Lakshmikant Mohdaya, what do you say? Santapa?
Santap is
Dokyalatap.
becoming angry.
Dokyalatap. Marathi.
Rest.
Santap म्हणजे
Rest.
Tap means it's you don't feel at ease. Restless. Santapam. Sammatyate adhikatapam. Adhikatapam. It's like a tapa. Tapa comes from what? Tapati means comes from what? Tapati, tapaha.
गरम होना.
Garam. Tapati. Vahni agni tapati, right? So tapati means actually. So the garam means it's coming from the restless thing. You are not at ease. Okay? So santapam kurvan vindeta. Santapam vindeta. Prasangam krutva, sangam adhika sangam krutva. So everywhere nicely they have composed this. See, prasanga. So it is not simple sangha. Prasanga. Adhika sangam. Atisneha. Not simple normal sneha. Atisneha. And then santapa. Adhika tapa. Not just tapa. Adhika tapa. Vindeta labhate. Katham कपोतः इव कश्चित् कपोतः आसीत् कश्चित् पक्षी आसीत् once upon a time there was a pigeon kapotah. So now kapotah story starts. Iva deenathihi kapotah सा पक्षी कपोतः पक्षी आसीत् तस्य विषये इदानीम् एका कथा वर्ण्यते. So he is going to narrate one story about some pigeon. Iva deenadhihi santapam vindeta अथवा deenadhihi kapotah iva santapam vindeta. Deenadhihi means what? Deenah kaha? Dhi means buddhi.
Weak dhi mind. Weak mind.
Weak. Deena. यः दीनः दीनबुद्धिः अस्ति दीनबुद्धिः कपोतः एव कपोतः दीनबुद्धिः अभवत् एतत् सर्वम् अतिस्नेहं कृत्वा अतिसङ्गं कृत्वा सः कपोतः one pigeon was there, he became deenabuddhi. Deena means weak or dukkhita, like he is like sorrowful. He became very sorrowful manaskah. So that story starts right after this. Right? Should we stop here today?
Yes, Mahadev.
Okay.
This is Mukunda, and I need your and others' help here in internalizing the previous sloka.
Previous one?
Previous sloka, yes. 51.
This one?
Yes. Initially, I thought I understood it, but as I'm deep diving, the example is very clear. The sun, when it reflects in different vessels, water vessels, doesn't make sun different, right? Sun is one. But the next sentence is saying the soul reflected through different material bodies doesn't mean the soul is different or undivided. Divided. It remains undivided and non-material.
Which one? Sorry.
The lakshate sthulamati viratma savasthito arkavat. That's the example.
Yeah. No, arkavat is just the example. Lakshate sthulamati, who do it? Sthulamati. People who are.
Yes, but the word meaning I understood it, but I need help in internalizing this.
So what I understood was like the sun, like the sun, it gets reflected in different mediums. It looks different. So also the our the Mudhamatihi, Mudhamatibihi, they see everything as um, the different manifestations, as a gross body. The gross body's manifestations. I don't know. I may be wrong.
Yeah, my question is how to internalize this particular thing. The soul remains undivided and non-material, even though it's reflected through different material objects. That's the point I could not internalize. What that actually mean?
Anybody else want to comment?
And the question.
Atma akkavati va akka surya iva व्यक्तिस्थः प्रतिबिम्बमेव स्थूलमतिभिः प्रतिबिम्बं निजस्वरूपम् इति मन्यते. लक्ष्यते इत्युक्ते अवगम्यते किल.
So anybody else want to, Elangon Mahoday, you want to add something?
Yes, Mahodaya, let me try. The Mudha Madhibhihi, that is Mandabuddhi Janaga, they see the sun in different mediums, like in a different vessel, different patra or pond or lake, and they see sun in every medium. And he thinks that there are so many Suryas in different forms exist. So he doesn't realize there is only one Surya that is reflected in different medium. Tadaiva, that evam, Atma, that is living beings, look different beings, like Stavara Jangamaha, different, we have 2-foot animals, 4-foot animals, 2-foot human beings. So everybody looks different, but the Jivatma, that is Atma inside the different bodies, is Ekameva, is only one, that is Paramatma. In Purvesha Shlokas it is Uktam, that is Paramatma Eva Pravishya, different bodies, inside that Kadaha, he is only one, Paramatma is only one. So the Jivatma look different, but there is inside the Jivatma is Paramatma, that is Ekameva. Like Surya Ekameva, but Drishyade, as different many Suryas eva Drishyade, Bandhabhuti Drishyade, but Yogi sees only one Paramatma living in so many different bodies, but all Jivatmas are one and only. That is the Artha I understand from this.
Yeah, the same thing I also understand.
Right, yeah, this is very good. Thank you. This is very, I think, much clearer. So, Mavini, you have something?
No, Mahoday. What Ilangavan Mahoday said is perfect.
So here there are a couple of them, Mukund Mahodaya.
Yes.
So here there are a couple of interpretations. One is that regarding the attachment was one. So the Surya is reflected in that Jalam or water, but water is taken out, doesn't matter. Water is there, not there, doesn't make any difference to Surya. Surya is there, irrespective of what happens, in what shape, that thing is there, Jalam. And then, but the Bala Mata Mandabuddhi, they think that the Surya, looking into the Pratibimba, they think that this is this same Surya or some. He is deforming as per the Jala gets deformed. Surya also get deformed. So they think like that. And similarly, Atma also, when it is in a body goes through different phases. So it's vikaras bhavanti. So as per the body becomes vikara, Atma also gets affected. That is what they think. However, Atma is not the same as the Deha or Shariram. Sharira can happen anything. It's an Ashtopi bhavatu or Vikara api bhavatu, Vikriti api bhavatu. Atma is unaffected. Okay? Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, all that is there in Bhagavad Gita. So Atma is not affected. So that is one interpretation, right? So there is no, it doesn't affect. But Sthulamati, Mandabuddhi, they think that it gets affected. Okay? That is one meaning. And Alangon Mahodaya brought in another perspective, very good, which is Buddhate Svena Bhedena Vyaktistayo Tadgataha. So Atma, here the problem is, challenge is that Bhedena Shabdaha Prayuktaha, Padam Prayuktam Asti. So that is what we need to understand, and there are different interpretations also. Svena Bhedena, Swasya Bhedena, Atma Svena Rupena Ekaha api, Ekaha asti, means Swasya Rupena Ekaha, Atma Ekaha eva. So as Alangono explained, if there are multiple upadhi means that supporting sharira, supporting object, which could be multiple pranis, right, living beings. Their sharira, in that sharira, there could be different jivatmas are also there. However, in them also, again here there will be different options or opportunities for different interpretations here. That Atma, which is living in all the dehas, all the shariras, is single. Similarly, a comparison with Arka. Arka is Surya. Surya, though the reflection could be in different things. There are multiple ponds, mirrors, etc. But the Arka, the Mula is same, right? Arka. Now, if you are comparing Atma, if you are taking the Atma as a Paramatma, Paramatma is going to be one and one, only one, in everywhere. He is everywhere, including iti karanat eva tasya Vishnu iti namaste, Vishnu iti sarvatra vyaptaha iti. Sarvatra ityukte kutra. Sarvatra means sarvatra, really sarvatra. Sarvatra means there is no place, absolutely no place where saha nasti. Where in Jadeshu api asti, Chetaneshu api asti, Chetana, Jada means all the Deha, Sharira, every Sharira is Jada only. And what is Chetana? All the other Atmas, Jivatmas are Chetana. So Chetana, Atma means Chetana Santi, but within their Atma also Paramatma, he pervades. Within the Atma, there is no, the Atma doesn't occupy like a space of one atom or whatever, right? There is no separate space. Space is there, but within that space he pervades. That is the Paramatma. So the Paramatma is everywhere. So if you take that meaning, it's fine. But here there is another proposal that if you take Jivatma also, some say that Jivatma is same as Paramatma. So they think that it is different. So that interpretation is possible. Is it better now, Mukund Mahoday?
It's much better. Thank you very much for all these explanations. Let me rephrase if I understood it.
Yes.
Okay. So Paramatma is in all, in the form of Atma. So I'm not a body. I'm also Atma. So I'm not a body. I'm Atma. Okay, that's what I understood.
I'm not a body. Atma. I'm not a body. I'm Atma. That is clear. But there could be multiple upadhi, means bodies could be there. In that, in every body, there is same Atma.
Same Atma. Okay.
And that Atma can be interpreted as Paramatma, if you want to, or there is a interpretation also, Jivatma, Paramatma, ultimately they are the same, right?
Okay.
That's what you said, Alangan Mahodaya?
Yeah, exactly, Mahodaya. Correct, Mahodaya. That's what exactly.
Okay, thank you. Now, probably the problem for me will be going forward, how to feel that way.
How to?
How to feel that way.
Feel that way, okay.
Inside. Thank you.
Yes.
That is the jnanam to be acquired.
Astu. Dhanyawada. Namaskara.
धन्यवादः
धन्यवादः शुभरात्रि शुभदिनं भारतवासी शुभदिनं
शुभदिनं
नमस्कारः राम राम